Welcome, 118, Our Judgment. From God's love and light, we can observe in ourselves and in people the shadows and the lights, then discern with freedom what would be the best way to help. If we move away from God, we close the shutters of the windows, and instead of having the full light of day, we glimpse at some rays that seek to join us. Again, it will be necessary to be aware of these rays and not worry too much for the specks of dust in it. Dust does not alter or define the purity of light. The less we let the light in, the more we seek to protect our eyes. This phenomenon occurs during nighttime. When we wake up at night and open the light switch, our eyes close alone. We try to move away from the light. We even place our hands on our eyes. Even sometimes, we immediately turn off the light. This is what happens when we move away from God. The less we seek God, the more we sink into darkness. We have trouble supporting what is clear and bright. Then we have difficulty receiving the power of His light. We may not find the door. To flee the light, to flee wisdom, to flee the love of God is already our judgment. The judgment of others is not necessary since we judge ourselves. We develop a fear of God. We close the light on God. Then we dig deeper into the illusion that we are better, surrounded by our defenses, going deep down and away from the light. This passage of wisdom has been transmitted for our greatest joy. If you choose, you can keep the commandments. It is loyalty to do His will. Sirach chapter 15, verse 15. That's totally God. He tells us if you choose. Around the buffet, we choose whatever we want. It's not for others to choose for us. They will also choose for themselves. So it's also up to each of us to remain faithful and to unite our life to Jesus or not. We are free and are responsible for our fate. If we accept what God offers us, then we will have an overflowing buffet where everything will be good for us and for humanity.